Hi everyone, I'm Shauna. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I would like to share how I passed my real estate exam on the first try without buying the books and flashcards and all of that. So I am pretty excited because that test is not easy, okay? It was not easy for me. So if it was easy, is easy for you, was easy for you, wow, you're amazing, because it was not easy. So I will also be going over a lot of PSI specific subject matter because that is the proctor that I use to actually take my exam. So if that sounds good to you, stick around and give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. So for my school, I actually chose to go to school online instead of in person. And the reason I did that is because I really didn't want to be in class, sitting in class all day with people asking a bunch of questions. Excuse me, can you go over that again? No, just give me the nutrition that I need to pass the test. Like, just, no. So I didn't want to do that. So I chose to go online. Pros and cons. It may have been easier if I had an instructor to point specific things out and what have you. So I will say that I absolutely did not read everything. Absolutely not. I mean, I don't have that kind of time. So I just kind of skimmed through the chapters, and I really focused on the chapter summaries and quizzes, because if you don't pass the quizzes, you can't move forward. And then if I found out, there was a lot of memorization too, like just repeating something 10 times so that it would stick in my head. So when it came time for me to take the school exam through Real Estate Express, that was proctored for me, meaning that I did it at home and I was like logged in on my phone and someone was watching me to make sure that I wasn't cheating. So when I started taking the test, I'm like, what is this? This isn't what I studied. This isn't what I studied at all. I would say that the chapter summaries were about 10% of the test, okay? Which is weird. Why would they do that? Why would they have you study all these chapters or all the chapter summaries and that's only 10% of the test? So I just started writing questions down. I was like, okay, I don't know that. I don't know that. Just writing down whatever I didn't know. And I said, okay, so when it comes time to take my state exam, I'll study this. So I passed. Yeah, I passed. And so when it came time for me to take my state exam, what I will say, just to give you some tips, okay, for passing. Make sure you get a good night's rest, obviously. When you schedule your exam, whatever site you choose to go to, just make sure that you're not rushing. Make sure you get there in plenty of time. You don't want the stress of like being lost or having to get gas before you go. I mean, just make sure you're there like an hour ahead of time. Have some coffee, have some brain food, like maybe some chia seeds or, some walnuts, things like that, just to get your brain going. I actually had a couple of cups of coffee, and then I was like popping espresso beans. I was like, I had a bag of espresso beans with me. Yeah, because you really need your brain to be clicking on all cylinders. You know what I mean? Because there is a ton of trickery. The way they word the questions is designed to throw you off. Okay, so make sure that you read the questions at least 2 times. You may start to read the question and then think, oh, I know what this is, and go to the answers. Don't do that, because they'll throw one word in there, like except or assuming. So just make sure that you really understand the question before you move forward. And they give you plenty of time. You have like 90 minutes for the state portion as well as the national portion. So just make sure you read the questions really thoroughly. And yeah, there's a lot of trickery. They're trying to trick you up. So when the same thing happened, I mean, I had been studying the material that was on the school exam. Same thing happened. None of the math that was on the school exam was on the state exam. You'll need to know amortization schedule. Amortization table. Know your points. Know your points for sure. The points that they're going to charge at closing. That is huge. So let's just jump in. I have some notes here, you guys. So I want to kind of just go over this so you know what is for PSI, what was on the exam. So they asked me a lot of questions about property management. Property management versus individual property manager. Know about the management contract. Power of attorney exemptions. Telemarketing. Yeah, I had a couple questions about telemarketing. So make sure you know that. And then they asked me a lot of questions about signage. Well, not a lot. There were like 2 questions about signage. Okay. Like what needs to be on the signage for marketing. They asked me questions about the font. And I'm actually in Kentucky. And one of the questions was, does the font matter? Like, is your name allowed to be bigger than the broker's name and all of this stuff? Which I will say, I never read that, never saw it in my life. Now, another helpful tool is Quizlet.com. Quizlet.com got me prepared because I said, you know what? I'm not just studying the test that I took for the school. I went to Quizlet.com and that really got me prepared. Things that I had never read, never seen, never had any idea about were on Quizlet.com. Oh, no, like if a sales associate is discharged, what is the process with, for me, it's CREC, Kentucky Real Estate Commission. So whatever yours is, whatever state your real estate commission is, know what they do and know what will happen if you choose to switch brokers, or if your license gets suspended, what could get your license suspended, what the fees would be, how many, like what dates your CE credits are due by, how many CE credits do you do? Do you need? They asked me some questions about like post-education. So yes, just know all of that. Let's see here. I'm gonna put on my glasses. Just kidding. Okay, so also a lot of questions about ethics. So they were really big on ethics. Like they definitely want you to know like your fiduciary responsibilities. Like don't lie, don't mislead, puffing, don't puff, don't, all of that stuff. And another tip is if there is anything that's slightly immoral, then no, it's not permissible. So just know that. Also know a lot of the definitions. That helped me because I actually did study a lot of definitions. So know your definitions. Let's see. They asked me questions about complaints and who handles disputes over commission. And again, I mean, I really wish that they would tell you what you got wrong on the test. They don't, So I don't really know, and I don't want to give you guys the wrong answers or anything because I never had anything to, double check that. They asked me a question about if the principal broker passes away, how long do you have as a sales associate to close deals? Okay, so know that. And let's see what else would be helpful for you all. They had questions about a net listing, which in Kentucky is illegal. Know about your general warranty deeds. I think we already talked about the no-call list, right? Let's see. what else was? Yeah, license cancellation, a lot of property management, a lot of questions about what the broker is responsible for, and that sort of thing. So a lot of trickery, and I'm going to let you know right now, if you think that you're going to study the chapter quizzes and that's going to get you through, it's not. So go definitely use Quizlet.com. That, like I said, that was a tremendous help. Know your definitions, know your ethics, know what redlining is, know what block busting is, things like that. So yeah, that's what I have for you. You know, I'm so excited to start my real estate journey, and I might be starting a channel just to like document my progression until I'm a real estate mogul. Yeah, that's my dream. I want to be in the $1 Million Club. So we shall see. So I may have a totally separate channel for that coming soon. I am currently interviewing with different brokers just to kind of figure out which direction I want to go in and that sort of thing, and just find out what they have to offer, because real estate, it's not a poor man's career. You know, you're going to have expenses, pay for your school, pay for your license, pay for the exam, and with the exam, if you pass state and fail national, you still have to pay the full price, at least in my state, to retake it. So, just it depends on your state. But if you found this content helpful, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. And also, please, if you have any questions about anything, I would be so happy to help you any way I could. Just comment down below. I will also link my email address so that you can reach out to me if you have any questions. And I really hope that this helped someone. And you guys, I wish you all the best, and I really am praying that you pass your real estate exam. Until next time.